Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 89 of Direwolf20's Let's Play series. I'm cooking up some extra soul shards. As I told you guys, I might want to go ahead and make myself some soul shards. Now, of course, I do have a few laying around that I could probably start using, but I'd like to implement them into this mob trap spawning system that I've got. You know, dark rooms are cool, but soul shards are cooler. Besides, you know, it's more moddy, right? So let's take a look. Right in here, we can take a look at our soul shards. What do we have? We've got ones for blazes. Well, we don't want them. We've already got a blaze farm. Creepers and endermen. All right, cool. So I'm going to hang on to you guys for a little bit. Let's see. Creeper, enderman. And then I've got an empty one. Ooh, that works for me. Excellent. All right, I'm going to hang on to these guys for a little bit. Let's put them somewhere safe for now. Let's see. I'm probably going to want to put you away. Just tidying up my inventory. Don't mind me. Don't need that anymore. Great wood logs. Yeah, I definitely don't need them. So this episode, what are we working on? Well, I promised to get you guys some item collection going on. So we're going to focus on that, and then I'm going to show you guys the method I'm going to use to start getting some mob spawners, because obviously, you know, we want to get some, and we kind of want to do it quickly, and I've got an idea or two, so don't worry. So last episode we worked on the following. We're going to have a nifty little golem here. Now I want to upgrade this guy to a speedy golem, and I can't just upgrade him, right? Like, he needs to, you know, actually be a speedy or not speedy, so I'm going to have to just make myself 2 speedy golems with a pair of glasses, all right? And they're going to go on these 2 chests, and theoretically they should be able to pick them up. And I'm also going to throw bow ties on, not only because bow ties are cool, but because it'll make them run a little bit faster. We also set up this nifty system, turn the lights off, turn the lights on, and of course the firing of stuff. So we can activate our Teslas and lasers and particles right from this nifty little control system. Now I'm going to want to add a pressure plate control switch, probably to do something like this, because we don't want our golems running into this room while all the devastation is going on. Otherwise we're going to wind up with lots of dead golems. That would not be cool. So we're going to make sure to activate the pressure plates here that I've got set up and ready to go. I'm going to need another one right around here. And then, okay, see, he was already ready to go grab that cobble that was falling into the void. See? Bad golem. So let's get the golems made. I, you know, have shown you guys how to make golems about 1,000 times now. So we're going to do that off camera, of course. Come here, you. You're not the one who's going to be living there. All right, so let me go get the golems I need. Let me just get a couple things ready, and then we'll implement the final parts of this mob spawn system. All right, I will be right back. All right, step 1's complete. 2 fast wooden golems. Nice. Gonna snag some iron over here. Good, I do have some. Worried for a moment that I might not have. And remember, it's very important to have the perception upgrade, the accessory spectacles. 1, 2. Luckily I had lots of vism in my tanks over there, so that's good. And then I also wanted bow ties, just because they're cool. Alright, also because they make you run faster. So 4 black wool and a string. That shouldn't be too much of a problem. I think I've got a couple string in here, and I should be able to get black wool at the very least from my sheep farm. It's supplying me lots and lots of wool. So I'll get that thing made in just a moment here. There we go. And it looks like these guys require modus, so there's 1, and I'm going to need a little bit more. I didn't have enough quite in there, so let's see, 8 trapdoors ought to do it. Trapdoors are a nice source of modus. There we go. So 2 bow ties, 2 fast wooden golems. All right, good. Let's snag... Do I have any smooth stone on me, by chance? Apparently not. There's some in here. I'll leave it. I'll get my own. Not a big deal. I've got tons of the stuff. Alright, let's go set this up over here. Do I have wood on me? I do. I'm good. So this should be all I need to get this thing set up and running. Obviously this one's already good to go, so let's put him right on this chest, just like that. And we're going to add our accessories. So bow tie and glasses. 1. There's 1. There you go, there's the bow tie. Cool. So how fast does this guy run to pick up items? Let's see. He should be pretty quick. Oh yeah, he books it. Look at that. By comparison, yeah, these guys are going to be picking up items like crazy. Good. That's exactly what I wanted to see. All right, let's, I'm not going to put this guy down just yet because I want to get the piston stuff involved. So let me go get my piston back out. I think I left it in the overworld. I put it away just a minute ago. I do have my sticky piston right here. You can go right there for now. Alright, so same deal as before, right? We want this thing here. And we're going to want to put our piston right there like that. And pro tip, screwdrivers can rotate pistons for you. Very nice. Alright, so now when this thing receives a redstone signal, courtesy of a lever, ta-da! That'll hold that guy there. So let's cover this up with some stone, make it look nice and fancy. Actually, I'm going to keep this open for a minute because I want to make sure that there's no way for him to get out of here. I don't want him, like I said, running all over the place and just being, you know, a goofball. Because that's what these golems tend to do. They like to run everywhere, collect items, you know, exactly what I want them to do. Cool. So what I'm going to do is just make sure that I know exactly where things need to go. Cool. So then, let's just do this. Just like over there. There we go. Oh boy. See? See what I mean about these guys liking to run and grab things? Drive me nuts. Almost gave me a heart attack, little golem. Okay, for now this should do. So I'll just keep this separate like that. Now I'm going to put my golem in here. Another speedy guy. And make sure to upgrade him with the accessories that I want. There we go, nice. So 2 speedy golems to keep things going exactly the way I want. Now let's wire this thing up. So what I probably want to do I want to do this wireless? Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Just debating how I want this whole thing to work. You know, in terms of the controls. I have an idea or two. Probably going to change up a little bit of a design idea here. Because I'm going to make myself some bundled cabling. I don't have any, so I'm going to need some wool. Alright, let me put together some items that I'm going to need and clean up my inventory, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, cooking up a little bit of red alloy wiring here because I want to make some bundled cabling, something along these lines, right? So if I put this stuff like here, I get 12 insulated wires, so that's what I'm going to set up, I think. Let's just do it in this guy though, because I'm going to make this pretty cool. So let's see, green insulated, that's just the color I happened to choose. Let's do that. Boom. That gets me a decent amount of the stuff. Now what I want to turn that into is bundled cabling, and for this to work, we need to do something along these lines, okay? And some string. Ta-da! Now we've got bundled cables. Excellent. I wanted a good number of these just because. That'll do. Alright, cool. While I'm at it, I'm going to get just a couple other types of cabling here. I've got to wait for some more red alloy wire to cook up, but I want all the different colors. At least a handful of different colors. This should make this build a little bit easier. Now, the reason I chose the colors is they're the first in the row. So, white, orange, magenta, light blue, yellow, white, orange, magenta, light blue, yellow, lime, pink, gray, lime, pink, gray. Cool. So real quick, decided to use the crafting terminal to make this stuff. It was a lot easier to do because I could just throw in the wool that I needed and leave the red alloy wires in. Very nice and simple. Alright, so I've got some bundled cabling, and I think I'd like to request some wireless redstone receivers. So let's do that. I'm going to want, like, I don't know, 3 more of these things. And I'll meet you guys back in the Void Age. Alright, so let's get these pistons going, alright? So I'm just going to run this cabling like so. And then, of course, wireless receiver. And we'll set this guy to 48. That sounds like a good number, right? 47's the MobSpawn lasers. 48 can be golem Golem Pistons. That sounds like a good name. Okay, so let's see. What we've got here then is the following. So remember, we might want to reverse this. Let's see, what's the exact rule that we want? When the redstone signal is on, okay, we're going to be activating the pistons. So when it's off, the doors are open. When it's on, the doors are closed. That's important. Do this, do that. Okay, so where's my wireless transmitter? Probably in here. Oh boy. Ouch. Alright, so that was maybe the wrong frequency to leave this thing on. I knew that was going to happen as soon as I heard that big loud noise. But anyway, frequency 48 closes the doors, so that's what we want. Alright, so let's set this up on the computer. So what I'm going to do here, guys, is pull some bundled cabling out the side of this machine, just like this. And then I'll be able to control certain frequencies like so. I'm going to hook up a white cable and an orange cable. Okay, and then I'll put down some wireless transmitters. You can see I made a couple extra of those. Alright, so what was my lights frequency again? 44. Okay, so the deal here is that there's going to be a couple things that I want to do, and then this is why I made the bundled cabling. I have a plan to make this even more expansive. What I'm going to do is, right now the lights are being controlled with one maintained... that's weird. Where's my other... Did I break that thing? I must have. Alright, then I better put this one back. That's the receiver. Let's put a transmitter here. Alright, so right now the lights are being maintained with just turning on and off the one on the right. But I might want to keep other things on at all times, like maybe the Tesla coils, or keep the doors closed. So if I want to be able to do that, it would mean more wireless transmitters touching the computer, and I don't want to do that. It just all of a sudden runs out of sides, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to control anything that's staying on for more than a pulse, like this. So anything like lights, maybe the Tesla coils, the piston doors, and maybe a couple other things I have in mind will stay on steady with this setup right here. Maybe just because of how many I think I might need, I might want to expand this a little bit. So I think I'm gonna. But that's the plan. Okay, so let me expand this out just a little bit. And then I'll be right back to show you guys how this is going to work. Come here, you. Gotcha. Alright guys, so I know how much you love the coding stuff, but I do want to show you real quick how this works. Real brief. What we're going to do is I made a function called switch, and I tell it the name of the thing we want to switch and the color that it represents. All right, and then we basically check the switch if it's on or off. So right now the lights, if they're off, it'll turn them on, and if they're on, it'll turn them off, simply by adding and removing the color. So I tell it for the lights function, for example, I say we're going to switch the lights, and that is on the color white. And that's the bundled cable back there. So that's how that's working. Not bad. All right, let's go ahead and set this guy to the right frequency as well. All right, guys, I've almost got this completed. So I actually want to put a NOT gate back here because it occurs to me I want to do everything I can to make sure that this thing stays closed at pretty much all times. So let me borrow you for a minute. I'm going to hook up the NOT gate like so. So that'll keep it closed at all times pretty much, and I'll put the receiver here, and I've programmed the computer such that it works correctly for this. So 48 set, Golem pistons, ready. Alright, so the computer is up and running, and on startup, like so, it should turn the lights on and keep the doors closed. That's because it's not sending a redstone signal down to frequency 48, but by default on startup it is activating frequency 44. On that bundled cable it's the color white. Now to turn off the lights, we hit the lights button. Boom, just like that. And again, to turn them on, right-click again, and golems. Ta-da! Golems. Ta-da! Hooray! So let's give this thing a few minutes to spawn some enemies, and then I'll come back and show you guys everything in action. Oh boy, look how many enemies are hanging out in there. Let's go ahead and Tesla them. Boom. And then, golems, please collect all those items for me. Ta-da! Look at those little guys running around in there. And boy, do they move fast with the bow tie and the speedy upgrade. Nice. Oh man, they're collecting everything for me. Good job, guys. And then, once their work is done, I can run in and get the experience if I want, and then close their doors to keep them safe. Ha! That is cool. I am really happy with the way that works out. Nice, right? All right, let's see. Is there anything else I want to do? I want to test Teslas for a second. That blinks real quick. All right, hang on. All right, the reason I want to do that quick tweak was I actually have the Teslas staying on for about 1.5 seconds rather than a quick pulse, just because sometimes it takes them a little bit to activate. So I actually made sure that the button stayed lit as long as the Teslas were receiving their redstone signal. And with that, guys, I feel like our darkroom mob spawning setup is pretty much complete. We've got the mob spawning when the lights are out. We've got golems collecting the items. We've got Tesla coils, particle accelerators, and lasers. All 3 options available to kill things. I love it. So the only other thing I'd like to do is make this happen a little bit faster and more fun. And for that, I think I'd like to get some mob spawners. Now, I did talk about getting soul shards for these things, and that's what I think I'd like to do. I think I'd like to set up a couple soul shards right around, like, here-ish, you know, a couple places. Gonna see how many of the mobs I want to collect and actually put in this dark room. I'm thinking at the very least I want to get zombies and skeletons, because believe it or not, those are going to be actually really easy for me to collect in soul shard form. Let's see how our soul shard cooker is doing. Hooray, we've got 3 empty ones. All right, so is it nighttime or is it morning here? Oh, I think it's morning. All right, so I missed some of the bad guys spawning in the overworld here. No big deal. Ooh, there's a skeleton and a creeper. All right, let's go get ourselves the following. Skeleton, come here, you. Cool, we just got a skeleton soul shard. And then let's do this. Come here, zombie. Alright, now I've got a zombie shard. Now, how am I going to increase these guys all the way up to tier 5, which is really what I want. Now, I've also got some creepers and some other things to do. Why don't I clean up my inventory, and I'll be back to show you this in just a moment. Alright, so I'm currently in my exploration age. I've got the Enderman, creeper, zombie, and skeleton stuff, but I found this guy. Cool. What's down here, I wonder? Aha! Mob spawner 4. That's right, these really nasty poisonous spiders. So I'm gonna wait for some to spawn. Come on, guys, spawn for me. I know you're there. Wake up. Wake up. Wonder if this will work. Don't know if I need to have souls in them or not, but basically, if you right-click on a spawner with a soul shard, yeah, see, it's not going to work right now because I need at least a poisonous spider shard. So let's wait for one of these to spawn so I can kill him and then collect the spawner. Because that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to kill that guy, and then I'm going to collect the spawner. And by right-clicking on the spawner with a soul shard, I should get about 200 souls, which is a lot. Oh, there we go. Got one. Cool. Come here, you. Give me your soul. Excellent. Cave spider soul. Nice. Yeah, I was trying to make sure it was dark enough to get this thing to spawn. It was being a real nuisance. Alright, cave spider, go. Nice. I broke it, and note, I got my 200 souls. So that's what I'm going to do for now. Anything fancy in here? Ooh, a music disc. I'll take it. Sure, why not? Alright, so what I'm going to do is run around and find some, you know, great wood trees with spider webs on them. Those will have cave spiders in them. I'm also going to look for some of the Thaumcraft dungeons. You know, the ones that are like, you know, big and, you know, like domes and stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm going to look for. Oh, there's a spider web. Nice. Come here, you. Ah! Yeah, why aren't you so friendly to spawn over before? Alright, that's 400. Alright, gonna go take care of these, and I'm gonna fill up a few shards. Now, creepers and Endermen. Endermen will be harder to get, but creepers, those will be the hardest probably, because I actually just have to go find a nice dark place. There's no real easy way for me to get creeper souls. Ooh, I see spider webs. Alright, back in a few once I've completed this task. And here's the last of the spider spawners I need to collect. 1024, tier 5. Excellent. Still haven't found any of the, you know, Thaumcraft dungeons, but they have a zombie and skeleton spawner in them each. So once I find a few of those, I should be really in good shape. Cool. Hey, did I find this one already? Ooh, more pages. What do we got? Anything good? Nah, probably not. Now here's exactly what I'm looking for. Break into the dungeon here, and let's see. Enderman, creeper, zombie, skeleton. So zombie is here. Let's see. Oh yeah, all kinds of bad guys. So that would be skeleton, zombie, right? So skeleton. Hey zombie, how's it going? Just want your spawner. Don't bother me. Thank you. Alright. Gonna keep collecting these and come back when I've completed the task. Alright, just got the last couple that I need here. Zombie skeletons, tier 5. Now, Enderman and Creepers, like I said, probably a little trickier to get. So let's head back to the overworld for now, and we'll come back. Let's get rid of this stuff, and I should have some linking books in one of my bags here. There we go. Nice. Always replace it when you use it. Alright. Ugh. Raining and dark out? Awesome. Alright, back in a few. Alright guys, let's see. Where do we want our mob spawners to live? Probably like right around this area here. I want to kind of like further back in the room, but not like all the way in the back. So like right around the middle is probably a nice spot. So let's think about right here. That should be good. Oh, I got some cable broken there. Oh, I should have probably brought the cable with me. No, I forgot something. That'll do. Okay, so what do we got to do here? Let's get this rewired the way it was supposed to be. Oh boy. Forgot I didn't have my jetpack on. See what I mean? You always want to have this thing on. Almost out. There we go, I survived. Yes, good thing I have such good armor. Yeah, you're the jetpack I want to have on. And there we go. Dangerous, guys. No kidding. I really thought I might die there. That was a close one. Whew. Alright, let's see. I guess I could run the spawners like right along here, right? So what I could have set up is spawners like this. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now on those, we're a little bit close here. Can I bump this out a little bit? Yeah, I can. That'll do. Not the cleanest design ever, but it'll work. I brought some NOT gates with me because we want to keep a redstone signal applied pretty much at all times to these unless we tell them otherwise. So then we're going to want wireless receivers. Okay, we'll start on the 50s for this. So we'll go 50, and we'll call this mob zombie. 51. Mob skeleton. Now, of course, this is expandable. 52. Mob spider. Cool. All right. So redstone signal constantly applied, which keeps them disabled. Okay. So let's put skeleton. We'll do zombie, skeleton, and spider. Like I said, right? Zombie. Skeleton and spider. Cool. Okay, so let's see what happens, right? You ready? I'm gonna go back up here, fly around, and make my way inside. So just for testing purposes, let's grab this thing. And we'll say frequency skeletons, sure. So apply the redstone signal and we should start getting some spawns. Or am I lying? Alright, why are you not working? They should be able to spawn one block above, I would think. Let me see what it's doing here. Gotta recharge my gravity suit. Don't let me forget to do that, guys. Maybe they're too close to each other and it's still receiving the redstone signal from this block? Could be. Alright, let me figure this out. Alright, I think I figured out the problem. Alright, so they are falling. I thought they would spawn above. I guess they're not that smart. Alright guys, so here's the final design of what I came up with. Got these guys in the flooring now with the NOT gates on the bottom and then the transmitters underneath that. So then we should be able to come up here. And if everything's working correctly, which I really hope it is, I'm going to spawn some skeletons. Ta-da! Skeletons! Hooray! Now if I want zombies, it's easy enough to do this. Haha, cool. I like it. And then finally, spiders. Nice. Tesla them to death. And then golems, please go collect the items. Wow, look at that. Did I break a golem back there? I broke a golem back there. The other golem's not getting out. What did I do? I think I got this cabling here too close. Let's see. I did put a thing here to prevent it, but must not be enough. Let's just rewire this. This shouldn't be a problem anymore. There we go. Now the other golem can collect his stuff, and then once he's done running around in there, I'll close the doors. Good job, dude. Alright, so now, final setup, a little bit of programming, which I'll do off camera of course, to make sure that these things do what I want them to do when asked. So transmitter, here goes nothing. Alright, how do you like it guys? I left some room on the bottom of the screen for 3 more buttons. That might eventually be Creeper, Enderman, and something else, I don't know. Whatever you want, really. So if you want, you can go ahead and expand this. So real easy. I'm not going to go into the code, but I will paste bin it for you because it does seem to be working pretty well. So let's paste bin put MobSpawn. And while I'm at it, I'll paste bin put button because you're going to need it anyway. So I know I've paste bin the button program like a dozen times for you guys, but it's there now for you to use. So let's reboot the computer because this runs on startup and lights are on. Okay, the golems button works, the lasers, particles, and Teslas button all work still. If you want, you can click on zombie and it'll start spawning zombies, and it'll keep spawning them until you turn it off. Like so. No more zombie spawn. Now you can of course turn on skeletons and zombies at the same time and it'll spawn more and more skeletons and zombies for you. You can even turn on all 3. And look, we've got skeletons, zombies, and spiders spawning like mad in there. Pretty cool, right? Now everywhere in this room monsters will die, so it doesn't matter how much they run around when you're done spawning all these crazy enemies. Now of course the lights are independent of the controls here, so you can turn on and off the lights as you wish. Just turn off all the lights there and you'll see that the skeletons, zombies, and spiders stop spawning, and then we can go ahead and zap them with a Tesla coil. Alright, now sometimes, let's see, come on Teslas, there you go. Nice, got him. One more zap. This guy was out of range, he was climbing up the wall. There we go. Ooh, maybe he's just taking a little extra damage. It's a strong spider, I can see that. Maybe I should make the Tesla's button on and off. You know, we'll see. Because right now it's a button pulse, but maybe I'll just make it a toggleable on-off button. I don't know, we'll see. Come on, spider, die. There we go, I got him. Alright, once the Teslas are done, we can open up the golem door, and the golems will take care of everything for me. Now, one last step is I'm going to go ahead and make some ender chests, and replace the chests that the golems are dumping all their items into with ender chests. So you can see here, they're all doing their thing, collecting all the items. Wow, that is awesome. They do a really good job of cleaning this place up, don't they? They're really quick. I mean, the fast golem speed combined with the extra range of the glasses and the bow ties, making them even faster. Excellent. And then when we're done, of course, we can go ahead and close the golem doors to make sure that they're kept nice and safe. Because otherwise they'd be running into the room collecting items while the Tesla coils might still be on. Or, you know, if the doors are open and we hit that particle thing, they die. Actually happened earlier. Don't know if I mentioned it, but when I died, I also lost my golem, so I had to recraft them off camera. Mighty nuisance right there. So, I think I'm pretty much wrapping up the whole mob spawning room. Now, I may or may not collect Creeper, Enderman, and some other kind of mob. You know, what else do I have in here? Endermans and Creepers and something else. I don't know if I want to. May or may not do that. We'll see. If I don't do it, though, there's no reason you guys can't. You're more than welcome to go ahead and download the program. It's really easy to modify, so if you want, it should be pretty straightforward. You guys shouldn't have a problem figuring out how to make, you know, more of these things. And if you want, you can just set them up. You could even set them up like over here if you wanted to for the other 3. That might not be a bad idea. All right. Sounds good. And boy, oh boy, was I having so much fun with this build, I didn't even realize we were getting as close to the wrapping up point as we are, but we definitely have hit it. So, this is Direwolf 20 signing off on episode number 89. Next episode, of course, episode 90, will be a world download, so I'll probably do a couple things just to prepare for the fact that a world download's coming up. Make sure you guys have everything you want to play with. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode and the design of the mob spawners. I really did enjoy building it. I think it's a pretty solid and fun system. Like I said, 3 ways to kill things, all computer controlled, lights on and off, golems to collect items, pistons to keep the golem safe. I mean, in the end, we have a pretty solid system here, and it's a lot of fun to play with, trust me. Spawning skeletons and zapping them with Tesla coils, I mean, it's a blast. And then, of course, sending the golems out to collect all the goodies. Nice. Looks like those skeletons didn't drop anything. The bums. Alright, this is Direwolf 20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode, like I said, and as always, take it easy!